I've just got finished recording a video on how to set up a mailing list on Squarespace. And one thing that I said was, I'm going to go ahead and record another video, split it into 2 parts, basically on how to connect a mailing list to a newsletter blog and actually send people a lead magnet. So I'm going to go over to the screen. It's a little bit more complicated. There's a few moving parts, but hopefully if I go slow enough and I'm clear enough, then it should make sense. So again, you join me on Six Figure Design Club. If you're not familiar with it and you're a Squarespace designer, go to sixfiguredesign.club and you'll be mind blown by A, the quality of the website, and B, just how many people are killing it within Squarespace. Anyway, if I go into pages, I've started building these lead magnet pages here. So for instance, we have the $25,000 website blueprint template. And so you can see it's just a newsletter block here. There's some student wins, but essentially we have this newsletter block. So if I click edit, it's just a simple title and then the block itself. So by clicking on this, we can give it a name just to differentiate and make sure that we know who signed up from what block. I don't really tend to give it a title, description, etc. But we want to collect people's names. So, if you have that untoggled, it's just going to be email. I would rather collect the names. Now, the important thing, once you've set up your mailing list, is to connect it via storage. So we click on Squarespace and then add to mailing list is optional, because if you just have the newsletter block, it's going to put someone into just the main subscriber mailing list. If we want to get more granular, aka set up an automation, send someone a lead magnet, then we need to have them in a mailing list. So if we click this drop down, and if you've watched my previous video on how to set up the mailing list, it's really simple, but if you've watched that, you should have set it up. You can see we have the example lead magnet here. So what I'll do is I'll set up a completely new page. Let's just duplicate this. So duplicate the page and we'll just call this one example lead magnet. Okay. Now, let's go into edit. And if you want to add the newsletter block in, so I'll just add this in fresh. I've got a title, get your example, whatever. Add block, and we're going to find the newsletter block. So that's here. Click on this, and we're going to drag this out as much as we can. Double click, and then we need to give it a name. So example form, so we know where the person signed up from. I'm going to get rid of the disclaimers and description, and then I'm going to add in require name field. Get rid of that title as well. And there we go. Perfect. Now, we need to go into storage, Squarespace, and then we want to add them to a mailing list. So we've set up example, and there we go. That is going to add someone directly into the lead magnet mailing list. So we're all good. That's set up. Now, if you want to go a step further and actually send someone something, then we need to go into the automation section. So let's go down into marketing and then automations. And you can see I have like tons and tons of different automations set up. So there's 68 of them. But you can see in subscriber activity, we want to set up an automation. So let's click on this. So the trigger is subscriber signs up to, and then that's just the name of the newsletter. No time delay, and we send them an email. So let's just edit this. Trigger, subscriber signs up for what mailing list? Well, in this case, it's the 25K, but we would select example lead magnet, and it can be multiple as well. But if you have specific lead magnets, they're obviously going to be different. Then what we want to do is, if you want, you can set a time delay. If you want to send someone a lead magnet, it's usually straight away. And then the action. So the action is going to be send email. So we edit the email, title, a little bit to describe what's going on, give them context. And then we've got the button. So the button is just going to contain a link to either a URL. So in this case, I'm linking people to I'll show you actually. Much easier. So I'm linking people to my 25k blueprint. So this is from my other channel. You can check it out if you want. It's at SJCRWFT. And you can check that out. But basically, it's a blueprint on how to charge more for websites. Or you click the cog. You can link to an internal page. You can link to an email or a phone. I'm pretty sure you used to be able to link to a PDF as well. So maybe what you can do is link to an internal PDF. So usually if you want to link to a PDF that's already on your website, I'll show you quickly. Make sure I reactivate that. So if you want to link to a PDF, what you'll have to do is first off, upload the PDF. So let's go add block, text, and then I'll just quickly say PDF, highlight this, link, and then we'll say file. And then you can see I've got lots of different files in here. So if I click on this, that is going to give me a link to an internal PDF. So I'll grab that PDF and I will definitely not save this. Go back into marketing, automations, and then we're going to go back into, let's see, what one was it? This one. Edit. And then we'll go into that email. And then instead of the Notion link in here, you would simply paste the link to the PDF. And that's just going to link to this page, which is a static PDF hosted on your Squarespace website. Now, I said that was going to be a bit of a complex one. Hopefully, all my gibberish made sense. If it didn't, please feel free to call me out in the comments. But I'm hoping it did. So if you did find that useful, please make sure to leave a like and hit subscribe. And if you want me to build your site and you want me to set up your automations, then you can get in touch using the links in the description.